Hi, it's Rilo. It's November 20th, and I posted a video yesterday, talking about just what's up with me and stuff. More so for something to look back on than anything else. So yeah. But I've been thinking a lot recently about about my name change. I sort of started going by Rilo about 3 months ago ish. I think it was, or I guess two. It was the end of September, so it's only been like 2 months. But it's been interesting. Um, all of my friends and like people at school have had a really easy time with it. A lot of people that I know here I've only known since um, most of my friends now I've only known since not even a year ago, uh, like early last spring. So it wasn't really hard for them to switch to calling me Rilo, and a lot of them use male pronouns. Um, but still, some people still use female pronouns, which is like fine because I don't blame them. Like when someone looks like a girl still and sounds like a girl or a female, I should say. Yeah, it could be hard to like switch pronouns. But I'm sure that'll come easily, and it's not that they're doing it on purpose. It's just like force of habit and stuff like that. And of course, there's gender indicators. Like we can't ever escape that. So, um, or at least not now, the way gender is recognized. But anyways, my sister came to visit last weekend. She lives back at home, like with my parents. She graduated from college last spring. My brother goes to school with me. He's older than my sister though. He's 24, but he is still in school studying engineering. He lives with me, but refuses to call me Ryla, which at first um, was like an indication that he didn't support my transition because he really didn't at first. He just was like, I don't understand, like I don't agree with the solution that you're working on. That was what he said, which is his way of saying like that he doesn't agree with hormone replacement, which obviously stemmed from like a lot of fear of not knowing what that meant. Um, but like over time, like gradually, he's become more cool with it, and I was really upset that he wouldn't call me Rilo for a while because I um, thought and felt like it was his way of saying that he still doesn't agree with my transition. Um, but that wasn't the case after a while. Like he didn't really tell me when he switched to being cool with it. Um, so I I didn't know. But he said that at this point he's fine with the transition. He's not shocked, obviously. Um, Usually isn't very shocking. Uh, but he still wants to call me Marisa because that's what he knows me as, and that's what he wants to call me, um, which I'm fine with for now. I think that once I start changing physically, once he like sees the changes and hears the changes, he will start to see me as who I am. So it'll be it'll probably just take him a while, which is fine. I don't really care as long as he respects my decision and respects me. That's fine. But yeah, so my sister, that's what I was gonna say before. My sister came last weekend and she calls me Rilo, but sometimes she slips up. Like she'll, actually most of the time, well, like I say like half the time she slips and says Marisa, but then like quickly changes it to Rilo. Um, and I was thinking about it. I think it's because, and like my dad is kind of the same way. Apparently, to my face he calls me Rilo, but my sister said that sometimes he slips up, but then like catches himself. It's for him. It's like half and half as well. Um, but my mom always calls me Marisa, which I think it's hard for her to detach from that name because she named me it and really likes it. Um, and so I've been thinking that like the reason it's probably so hard for them is because uh, that name is very unique. I don't think I know anyone else named Marisa, um, except for yeah, I don't think anyone. It's Italian, so maybe people in Italy, but um, yeah, I think that it's easy to attach like me and my like uniqueness and differentness with that name, because it's not like it's not a common name like Emily or Jennifer or something where there's a lot of those, so it can be. I think it can be easier with a name like that that's commonly like you associate it directly with females. Um, it can be easier to detach from that name when you present more masculine and stuff like that because obviously you don't look like you want to be an Emily or a Jennifer. Um, but yeah, but Marisa for my family probably doesn't have um, like gender ties. It's kind of just like it just only ties to me and who I am and the way I've always presented throughout my life, which for the majority of it has been like a male or gender nonconforming uh, kind of style. So yeah, I think it's probably just hard for them to like stray away from that because I'm still the same person as I've always been. It's just that I'm like requesting a new name now. I mean, not requesting, prefer a new name. Um, yeah, so I'm not like mad that they're having a hard time with it. I think for them too, it's just gonna come with um, once it starts like seeing outward changes. It'll be easier for them. Um, yeah, that's it.